So when did you first become involved in Valley's Kids?
Now then, it was, I started work in 95, so it was 94. 1994, I came to volunteer. But that was because Stuart was working for Valley's Kids, and you get dragged into things. So I came to volunteer. Yeah.
So what group did you volunteer in?
I volunteered in the office doing, before I started, I said, I don't mind doing anything, office work-wise, but please don't give me the money to count. I don't want to do the finance side. Okay, no problem. Day one, I walked in, I sat down, you sit at this desk, count this money. They did the opposite of what I told them I didn't want to do. So, yeah. And then I was doing database stuff on the old Apple computers. I spent all morning doing a find, just find the person, and then when they weren't there, I was filling it in, not knowing that you had to then do new because they weren't there. So I spent all morning doing something that didn't save. But yeah, after that I was okay. You just get along, and yeah, it's in the top office in Cross Street where Den and Claire were. So in there, and I used to do mornings, I think, a couple of mornings a week.
And this was on a voluntary basis?
On a voluntary basis, yes, yeah. And then Stuart was going off to, he wanted to go to college. I can't remember, what did he want to do? Social work. I think he wanted to do social work.
Stuart, your husband?
Sorry, I didn't say that. Stuart, my husband, wanted to do social work. So he applied for that, and then that was given to him. They said he could do it, but then they stopped X amount of his money. So Valley's Kids said, we'll take you on part-time as admin support. So they did that and moved downstairs to the reception area. So I was there when they opened that up first, so people could come in off the street without coming up all those flights of stairs. And yeah, there was myself, as I can't remember if I was still volunteering at that point. I might have been. But then there was myself, there was Michelle. Yeah, Michelle came in. We had a few other volunteers, Dennis Stallard being one of them. He was, very good at answering the phone. I can't remember the names. Cheryl, I think, was one. We had a few volunteers anyway. We used to do a couple of hours every day volunteering. And I like that setting downstairs where people come in and you meet people, and even the weird and the wonderful, especially the weird and the wonderful, who come in, yeah. And Marianne came across to do credit union with me on a Thursday. I can't remember when that started, but she would come in on that's the first time I met Marianne, really, when she came to do credit union. So me and her used to do credit union on a Thursday. What else do you need to know?
Well, this is where you started off. And
yes.
Obviously, 30 years later, you have still been doing admin.
Yes.
Because at one point you were working closely with Linva Hull.
Yes. My first office manager was Christine Williams. I worked in reception with Christine. I can't remember how long she was there before she left. And then Ray was finance and office manager. So Ray sat at that desk and Ray was in charge of reception. And at one time when communities first came in as well, we had extra workers. So there was Ray, there was myself, Michelle, and she used to do stuff for Spark Artworks, as it was then, Spark now, and Mark Davis, Daisy, and he came to work in reception. We interviewed him, and he came to work in reception. So he was an office boy.
So, like, you've been part of Valley's Kids for many years, so I think, you know, you've been in a good place in reception. You meet and greet people, like I said, people come in through the doors.
Yeah.
You don't know sometimes who's going to walk through those doors and how they're going to need help and support.
Yes.
So, in that respect, do you think that Valley's Kids has made a difference to people in the community?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. They've made a massive difference to people. People, they don't know where else to go, so they'll come to us. Sometimes they would phone up. I've had phone calls from somebody in Pennycraig. Do you know who sells baby food? Oh, can you get baby food off? Well, we never did that, but then you've got to try and point them in the right direction. Have you tried the surgery? If you ring the surgery, because people used to get the free baby milk. So ring the surgery, I'm sure they know, and you give them a phone number. You've got to you got to Google and find phone numbers for people. People will come in with the most weird and wonderful questions. And we did our best. And we're still doing our best to help people. Because even though I'm not in that reception area now, I still get phone calls for people who want food bank vouchers. And yeah, I never refuse to give anybody a food bank voucher, even though we're not in charge of the food banks. We are allowed to give out vouchers. And then it used to be they can only have 3 or 4 in exceptional circumstances. I will continue to give people food bank vouchers until the Trussell Trust tell me that I can't give any more. Because people need more help now. They need to have things for longer. I think what they think is that they'll come along, we'll give them some food, and we'll talk to them about their finances. People's finances are so small. They're not they're not going to get better. They do help them, and if people won't engage with them, that's when they tell me, only twice they've ever told me, please don't give any more food vouchers to this person until they come and engage with us. Otherwise, I will give vouchers to people all day long. Because you got to help people. As down the factory, that's used to have food bank. Well, when people phone up, they think we've got a food bank. I said, no, we haven't got a food bank, but I can give you a voucher to take to a food bank. So, do a lot of that.
Is really important because you have been the front-facing person in the reception there, you know, the staff in that area, because you are that group of people or that person that they will come in to ask help from, advice from.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, the doors have been open and people have always been welcome to come in. And people obviously have felt very safe and comfortable coming in to ask these questions because when they've been in these situations, it's not an easy situation to be in, and to come somewhere to see if you have answers to be able to help them.
Yeah.
So you've said in what you've told us, you know, you can see there is an importance in our local communities where we are based.
Yeah.
But what does Valley's Kids, if anything, has Valley's Kids done for you as an individual?
Well, when I started, I'm a very quiet person. I don't, especially in a crowd, I sit at the back. I don't. So it's given me more. They've given me more confidence in what I do, and to realise that I am capable of doing more, and I don't know what the word to use is, other than confidence. It's given me confidence, and I didn't realise I had the ability to do what they push me to do, because they always push you to do that extra bit, I don't think I can do that. Yes, you can. you can do that. I came to your art class thinking, I can't draw. But you push people along to do things, and it all gives people confidence. Everything Valley's Kids has tried to do, whether it be for people who service users or staff, they try and push you past what you think you can do. So, and when Stuart was ill, they were there for me, 100%, always behind me. So, yeah, they supported, because I went from working from 9 till 12 to working full time, so 9 to 5. And I can't remember how long I worked part-time, probably a couple of years, and then it was full-time. So, yes, it's given me a lot of confidence. And obviously, it's given me a wage, which is very important as well, because where would we be without that? So, I know I'm going to miss it, I am. But I will visit, and I will join your art group again.
Well, that's one positive thing to come out of it, and
yes.
Yeah, and you are going to be very much missed. And you know, you've been part of Valley's Kids for so many years.
Yeah.
So you know, as long as I've been here again, you've already here. So no, thank you very much for this, Anne.